how do we use the unit circle? Looking back, if you remember, the unit circle is nothing but the center is 0, 0, radius is 1. The key thing is that your x, for the point on the unit circle, the x coordinate gives you cos theta, the y coordinate gives you sin theta. So remembering this, how do we use it? So suppose you want to find out sine of 180 degrees. So we rotate the arm by 180 degrees. So you start from x-axis, this is your 90, you rotate all the way up to 180. When you end here, this will give you, this angle is 180 degrees. So this will give you cos theta, this will give you sine 180. So sine of 180 is 0. Cos 270. So when you're looking at cos 270, this angle is now rotated till 270 degrees. So the angle from here to here is 270. Again, this is cos, this is sine. So you want cos. So cos 270 would be 0. Tan minus 90. As I mentioned earlier, if you are looking at negative angles, so you have to start from here. Start with the positive x-axis. Rotate clockwise. Means you are rotating clockwise. So you rotate clockwise. So this is your 90. That's your minus 90. That's where you have rotated it clockwise. So your tan is nothing but sine of minus 90 upon cos of minus 90. So this is basically the y coordinate, which is minus 1, upon the x coordinate, because your cos is x. Any number upon 0 is not different. Infinity or not different. So tan of minus 90 is infinity. Now I'm going to the next slide, and when I go to the next slide, you can pause this video at any point of time and try to do that some on your own and check the answers. So you may try this on your own. You can pause this video at this point of time and try it on your own and see whether you get it or not. If you don't, you can continue playing the video. Sine 135. So if you are looking at sine 135, I start with the initial arm. This is the initial place. I rotate it till it comes to 135. Obviously, you have to maintain the point on the circle. So this point is important to us. The coordinates of this point gives you the cos and sine. This angle is 135. Now, when you're finding sine of 135, you look at the acute angle it forms with the x-axis, either positive or negative. So it's forming 45 degrees. So sine of 135 will be same as sine of 45. You also think of the signs. You think of all silver teacups. It's in the second quadrant. So sine, we are looking at sine. Sine is positive, so it will be plus sine 45. We know the table. We refer back to the table, and you'll find that sine of 45, if you refer back to the table, sine of 45 degrees is 1 over root 2. So, sine of 45 degrees becomes 1 over root 2. So, plus 1 over root 2. Cos of 120, when you're looking at cos of 120, so I'm erasing this, okay? And let's say if you're looking at 120 degrees. So when you're looking at 120 degrees, so what happens is this is rotated till this is 120 degrees. So this angle is with the x-axis, the positive x-axis, this is 120 degrees. Step 1, draw the arm. Step 2, get the angle, acute angle with the x-axis. So we look at the acute angle with the x-axis, it is 60. So this will be same as cos 60. All silver teacups, only sign is positive, being cos, this will be negative. Referring back to the table, sine of 60 is half, hence the answer becomes minus half. So, draw the angle, get the acute angle with the x-axis, put the sign according to all silver teacups, read the table and put the value. 3 steps you follow, you'll get all the answers. You may try tan 150 on your own. Check whether you get it or not. So if I quickly do this, tan of 150 will be same as tan of 30, because it will come here 150, this will become 30. Sign is positive, this is tan, so tan would be negative, so minus tan 30. So tan 150 will be minus tan 30, and tan 30 is 1 over root 3, looking at the angle. Next slide. You can again at this point of time pause the video and try to do these values on your own. So we are looking at sine of 210. So we are looking at sine of 210. If you start from here, you rotate it. So this is 180 and this is your 210. So from here to here, this angle is 180, 210. Get the acute angle with the x-axis. So this is the acute angle I need to get. So this is obviously 30. So sine 210 is same as sine 30. Which quadrant? All silver teacups. Only tan is positive, so sine is negative. So sine of 210 is minus sine 30. From the table we know sine 30 is half. So sine of 210 becomes minus half. If you have been given the angle in radians, you convert them into degrees. To convert radians to degrees, you multiply it by 180 upon pi. Pi cancels. 3 6 are 60. 6 4s are 24. 240 degrees. So cos of 4 pi by 3 is same as cos 240. Cos 240, again if you look at the acute angle, so 240 will be moving ahead, as you can see. If I move this, so 240 is somewhere here. So this angle is 240. Take the acute angle with the x-axis, not with the y, with the x-axis. Get this angle. So 180 plus 60 is 240. So that is same as cos 60. Which quadrant? Tan is positive, so cos is negative. Negative. So negative cos, here you need not put it, I'm sorry. Apologies for that. So cos of 240 is same as minus cos 60. Cos 60 is half if you look at the table. So cos 4 pi by 3 is minus half. Tan 5 pi by 4, again the same steps. Convert first the angle from radians to degrees. Convert the angles from radians to degrees. So that's 45, that's 225 if you work it out. So 225, tan of 225 will be same as 180 minus this, you can do that, so that becomes 45 because it will come in here, so this angle will be 45 then. Accordingly, it's the same as we did above. Tan is positive, yes, so plus tan 45, tan 45 is 1. So tan of 5 pi by 4 will be 1. So tan of 5 pi by 4 is 1. Cos this is minus half. Sine is minus half. So these all help you to get the angles, the trigo ratios of these standard angles. Let's look at one more example. What if it's in the fourth quadrant? Again, the logic remains the same. You may pause this video at any point and try to do this on your own. So when you're looking at cos of 300, so that's 180, that's 270, 300 is here. Again, get the acute angle with the x-axis. So this will be 60 degrees. Remember, all silver teacups, only cos is positive, so sine would be negative. So minus sine 60, get the acute angle. Sine 60 from the table is root 3 by 2. Cos of 7 pi by 4, you multiply by 180 by pi. So this is 45, 35, 315. So if you're looking at 315, then accordingly this angle changes. So this whole angle is 315, and it goes further slightly, 315. So 315, and this becomes 45. You always have to take the acute angle with the x-axis, any x-axis. Always when you have to take the acute angle with the x-axis. So this will be same as cos 45. cos 45, cos is positive, so positive cos 45, so that's 1 by root 2. 11 pi by 6. 11 pi by 6 into 180 by pi, 330 degrees. So tan of 330, tan of 330 will be same as tan of 30, because you can simply do 360 minus that. Cos is positive, tan will be negative. Tan 30 is minus 1 by root 3. So this gives you sine of 300 degrees cos tan. This is how you get the angles. This is how you use the unit circle to find any ratio.